Well, guys, it's kind of weird, but it's been like 3 days in a row now that topics which are regularly featured on this channel are coming to an end. Just yesterday, in the midst of the 18th season, Ellen has announced that the next season will be the last in regards to the Ellen daytime talk show. Probably because she was still telling jokes like this, and producers were still having to pump in those laugh tracks every single day.
That means as of today, we've done 3,000 shows plus 14, which is, carry the two. 3,000 plus 14 shows.
Ellen also insisted that the recent backlash against her toxic work environment and her declining ratings had nothing to do with making this decision, saying that the show was merely no longer a challenge for her at this point, adding, "If I was quitting the show because of that, I wouldn't have come back for this season, so it's not why I'm stopping. But it was hard because I was sitting at home, it was summer, and I see a story that people have to chew gum before they talk to me, and I'm just like, okay, this is hilarious. Then I see another story of some other ridiculous thing, and then it just didn't stop. And I wasn't working, so I had no platform, and I didn't want to address it on Twitter, and I really thought if I just don't address it, it's gonna go away, because it was all so stupid. But I really don't think this story just vanished into thin air, because it's been almost a year since then, and many are still rejoicing in the recent news that the Ellen Show is now coming to an end. A former OG producer, like someone who was producing back in 2003, also chimed in yesterday to drop this bombshell on Ellen's head top.
Good morning to you, Hedda. What do you think of the news? Has this come as a shock?
Hi. No, not a shock at all. The viewers have spoken. Her ratings have been in the toilet for a long, long time now. Her show has not been fun. It has not been interesting. And she's not really, by the way, stepping down. The viewers fired her.
Oh my god, she just caught a body. She also added that the real Ellen is a total jerk in real life, saying that Ellen hated normal people and loved to kiss that celebrity ass.
Well, I'd like to see her work on a farm where she can relate with all the animals and the pets and the dogs and the cows and the pigs, because she can relate to animals far more than she does with people. I was not able to have any connection with her, make any eye contact. And here's the thing, it's not just me or three of us. There were over 100 employees over the 19 years that walk away with this sickened feeling, about working there.
In response, Ellen had this to say about her haters. "My whole being is about making people happy. And with the talk show, all I cared about was spreading kindness and compassion, and everything I stand for was being attacked. So it destroyed me. Honestly, I'd be lying if I said it didn't. And it makes me really sad that there's so much joy out there from negativity. It's a culture now where there are just mean people, and it's so foreign to me that they get joy out of that. Which is kind of ironic for the woman who was pretending to be the gay Mother Teresa, when in reality she was empowering producers who were trying to suck subordinate dick in the bathroom at the Christmas party, and often made low-ranking individuals feel bad for things like their race and even wardrobe choices. Ellen was also described on multiple occasions as extremely unapproachable, and like I said, someone who saw you as less if you weren't a celebrity.
You can't be yelling at people this way. She laughed and she said, every production needs their dog. She's a different person. She's not the person people see in front of the camera.
Do you think anything will change?
No, because she should have apologized 16 years ago. This environment, this toxic culture that she created in the office has been going on for 16 years.
I would actually love to see Ellen on a much edgier comedy show where she pretty much just roasts the guest and audience even more, because I think this Karen would crush. You already know she's a jerk in real life, so why not finally own up to it? Just lean into what everyone says about you once and for all. Either way, I do think that this was a very good decision on Ellen's part to retire from the show. It's almost like not wanting to put your dog down when it's already in pain. It's sad, but it must be done. And at this point, I could see her pivoting a lot of different ways. I wouldn't be surprised if she either A, starts her own podcast, or B, hosts a show on satellite radio or Netflix. I just don't really see Ellen fading into obscurity at this point. Also, it's no secret that television is pretty much dead. Did you guys see the last ratings and viewership for the Oscars? It's kind of like a fat piece of dog shit floating around a toilet at this point. It's just sad. And with this pandemic looming for almost a year and a half, it pretty much sped up the process of people not watching cable. People want to binge. We are addicted human beings whose brains must be overloaded at all times. I was just talking about this the other day with somebody, that back in the day it was so exciting to run to the TV at that certain time to make sure you didn't miss a single minute of that new episode of your favorite show. These days, the only things that really pique my interest in that way are sporting events, and even that has been a tough watch during this time. But for real, the internet killed the television star, and all the poppin' shows and movies are now on Netflix, Hulu, and all these other streaming services. So yeah, I actually just wanted to give Ellen her flowers. I know she's fake as fuck and was a total industry plant, but having a show for 19 years as the first gay talk show host is still pretty impressive. I mean, Lily Singh couldn't even last 2 seasons out here. So shout out to Ellen for real. I just wanted to sing you a song and then we'll get out of here. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Time will pass. I don't know the words. Rest in piss, Ellen D.